And we're back, Black Geek Energy fans. Thank you for viewing us. If you are viewing us, you will see that I'm joined by the beautiful and effervescent fair and the strong and sturdy real man with the baby face, Aaron. Aaron, why do you have such a baby face today? I'm not understanding this.
Can't help it, you know.
What is your skincare routine?
Um, work around grease in the kitchen, stand
Oh.
by the fryer, and then just go to sleep.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
touch it.
also there's Aaron. I mean, also there's Demarcus. He's here too. But we just got done playing Dungeons and Dragons, and today we didn't meet a dead dragon. We didn't meet anybody. Cord the god summoned us to fight in his arena. It was a battle royale where there's only one winner. So we're gonna talk through this. It was an adventure. But first, Fair and Aaron, how was y'all's week this past week?
My week started off very rocky professionally, work and working on my nerves. And so I had to have a come to Jesus moment with one of my associates. And he was like, well, I would like to put in for a transfer. And the way that it
Mm.
works at my company is if an associate wants to transfer, their current manager has to sign off on it. So then my response was, do you think I'm going to allow you to transfer when you have not done the things I've asked you to do consistently? Sign off on that. So he was like, what's my other option? Quitting? I mean, if you so choose, or you could do the things that I ask you to do and have a successful career. It's your choice. So we ended with the latter. He chose to stick it out and do the things that I needed him to do. And everybody went home with a smile today. And we went home on time. It was
Mm.
good. But I do work tomorrow. But tomorrow's actually the fun part. I have an event where I go and I talk to 11th and 10th graders for one of my partnerships.
Hmm.
And the only bank that supports that partnership. And so I'll go in person and meet the parents and tell them what they can expect for our June 1st account opening day that we'll have on site.
Okay.
So it's ending well. And this, I know we're going to get into it, but this D&D game made my life. Had a good time.
Okay, okay. And Aaron, how was your past week?
It was pretty smooth. Um, no real complaints. I have coworkers who like to come in and socialize and don't necessarily want to do their jobs. I mean, they get their jobs done, but
Yeah.
they come in and they approach work with the wrong attitudes.
Mm. So
My
it's not like, yes, chef.
No, not even to that degree. I'm managing a fast casual location right now. So
Okay.
work is really simple. They have a lot of free time on their hands. And
Mm.
yeah, I'm not here for relationships. I'm here for
Oh.
do your shit and get out. Really straightforward. Like you don't have to like the person next to you. Just give them the same respect that you deserve and call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty simple, pretty easy week. No,
So
no major issues.
so you're not still at the museum anymore,
I
or
am. I am.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Demarcus, how was your past week?
It was pretty chill, man. Like it was bit of a slow week.
Mm.
Work was pretty slow. Shauna, my girl, had done hurt her back, so I was spending a lot of time at her house just trying to like help her out, so she ain't like up and moving around as much. Uh,
That was nice of you.
yeah,
Gotta be more gentle.
try to do what I can. What else? What else has happened? Shoot, I think that's pretty much it, man. It was not a lot going on this week, y'all. My job had like a happy hour. That's pretty dope. We had put like stickers on folks' backs and put like a famous person name on it. You had to guess the famous person. I had Donald.
Oh,
You had
wow.
who?
I don't know, Donald Trump. That was the person I had to guess. Yeah. But yeah.
Sounds like involuntary touching.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of that.
All right. Well, my week was eventful. As you all know, I have a new job that I'm about to get fired for.
Why? How?
We
You just
clap.
started.
You didn't give us a pause or a comma there.
Huh?
So you didn't pause or like give us a comma.
I
Neutral,
mean,
some claps.
well, to update you guys, we just talked about it last weekend, well, last
Mhm.
week on this podcast. But the my job is it's not stressful or anything, but I do have this old boomer who is trying to make me do all this marketing stuff that is not going to work, as proven by the 5 months when he has not had anybody convert. So he goes behind, he's the boss, and he goes behind my back and upends what I say and tells me not to do things. And he wonders why we're not converting. Um, and I have a full foreign marketing team, about 35 people, and I'm the director. So um, he talks to them all the time. He won't ever call me. Except for this one time, he called me for the second time for the month I've been there. And he makes them work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week plus. Because he tried to call me on Easter and I immediately deleted that. Um, uh, I pressed no. And he made us download WhatsApp so that he could call us more often and have disappearing messages. I downloaded it. I saw what it was all about, what his chats were all about, and I immediately deleted it so he can't contact me on there anymore. And and yeah, he talks to them, all the foreign team, really, really rudely. Like he yells at them all the time. He lectures them all the time, threatens to fire them all the time. Like one time, there was this Nigerian person. In fact, this was this week. There was this Nigerian person who it was raining in Nigeria. He has a generator for his electricity. Everything wasn't working on his end. He sent that person home without pay. Like, and this is at the 5 o'clock meeting, 5 a.m. meeting that I'm not on. So I was like, no. And then he called me and was like, oh, I need you to present something on Saturday. I was like, I have something to do. He was like, what? And I said, that's none of your business.
Right.
And I said, is there anything else we need to talk about? He's like,
So
he was
where's
like,
y'all handbook?
they won't give it to me. I've asked for it 4 times. I've
Oh
asked for
yeah.
it 4 times.
Like
They
a
won't give
small,
it to me. So
is it a small company or like independent or something?
it is a Manhattan law firm.
Oh yeah, they know better. Stop
They
playing.
do know better. And I was telling my uncle about it. He was like, you just need to write a letter to the bar association. If he's doing all this.
But it's
So
definitely illegal. I don't know what New York State law is, but I assure you, it is not contact your staff after hours and work them for 60 hours a week.
exactly.
Well, that's
But
how it
see,
used to be. But how is your team under you? What's their age?
they're all millennials or younger.
Yeah.
Because he gets all these people that are gonna work for uh a long time and not request high wages.
Yeah, that's
That's why he gets all these people overseas. So yeah. Anyways, he already told me that if we don't make 20 people by March the 8th convert, then I'm gonna be fired. And that was in the PIP. And I was like, you haven't had nobody convert for 5 months. What do you think I was gonna come in here to do? Because I applied for a marketing position. This is all sales. And none of this was in the job description. So I'm confused, but I'm just collecting this money so I can leave here with something and just get
That's
fired.
right.
but you're doing what you
Yo,
can to
seriously, I'm leaving here with something.
I'm doing what I applied to do, but I'm not doing like I'm not presenting anything on Saturday. Are you serious?
And
Yeah.
I just think as a leader, if that is the ask, then you have to ask. And then if they say no, then you just got to chalk that up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
He was like, so when should we do it? I was like, when do you want to do it? He was like, well, we
Because
can
you're
do
going
it
to be
Monday
doing it.
morning.
Be clear.
Fine. I said, fine. Is there anything else you want to talk about? He was like, oh, well, this would be better for you. I said, I don't need nothing to be better for me. I don't. I
All
just
the
need
things
I just
that
need
doesn't
things
matter.
to go smoothly at your little company.
I'm screaming. Hilarious.
So yeah.
Yo.
I I am just waiting to be fired at this point because ain't no way that 20 people are gonna convert. So I'm over it. Okay, but anyways, coming back to a more lighter note, we have this segment each and every week where we put our listeners on to something that is within movies, TV, books, podcasts, video games, whatever we are
Put
doing.
them on, dog. We put them on.
Yeah.
What was that? And this segment is sponsored by Movie Pass. DeMarcus, can you tell them something about Movie Pass?
I can tell them plenty about Movie Pass. What you want me to tell them?
I want you to say the same things you said to Stacy, Stacy Spikes, CEO of Movie Pass, that made him want to be like, oh, I'm gonna buy into this.
Okay, all right. You could have made it like a little back and forth, like a little tit for tat. Like we that was an opportunity, Jerry, and you just let it pass you by.
I'm not an improv person.
That's the whole thing of doing a podcast. But
DeMarcus, please tell them about Movie Pass.
I'm about to, man. Stop messing up my segment. Movie Pass is a subscription-based service designed to make movie going easier, more affordable, more accessible for the average Joe. Because the movie price has been getting out of hand, man. I mean, $20 for a movie is absurd. Great nuts, knucking futs. But
yeah.
Movie Pass, if you use Movie Pass, you subscribe for a certain amount of dollars per month. It depends on the tier. I think when I had the low tier, it was like $10 a month. I got that sponsor tier now, so that's a little stupid. But back when I was paying for it, $10 a month, they gave you like 20 some odd credits. You can stretch that to like 3 to 4 movies a month if you're going to see movies, saying at the right times. And yeah, like it really changes the game for movies, because before Movie Pass, I hadn't been to the movies in like, I was going to the movies maybe like once or twice a year. After I got
before Movie Pass. Okay.
Before Movie Pass, yeah. I was going to movies like once or twice a year. Like after I bought Movie Pass, I was in that motherfucker like at least twice a month.
Yeah, because I was like, let me use your Movie Pass. He was like, no, you're gonna use all my points.
At the very least twice a month.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like it's really a game changer if you like movies. You can be up in the air every week after work. It's a little treat.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really trying to get on DeMarcus's Movie Pass. He was trying to hog them out. I didn't have no job. I was trying to do stuff, but he had them on. He just didn't care about little old me. But fair.
So do you have the sponsorship account too now, Jared?
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
So I'll be gone.
Because y'all been putting Movie Pass on since before they were sponsoring the podcast.
We have.
Hockey. Yeah. And now we done had the CEO on as like a guest to talk about it. Man, say yo.
Wow, that's big stuff, guys. I haven't seen that episode yet. I gotta go back and look at it.
Bear, turn your head to the side. When you get your hair done?
Oh, my cousin does my hair.
Yeah, when did she just do it? Cause that thing look fresh.
No, she did this for Easter, so 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But this is maintenance.
Yeah, that thing crispy.
Put it on.
Yeah, you got all that new. You got all that new growth in yours, DeMarcus.
I got locked, so it's a completely different system over here.
I don't see any issue. I mean, so do I. Mine is
yours looks fine. Yours looks perfect, Aaron. It's just DeMarcus looks so nice. But let's get back to the put you on segment. Fair, is there anything you want to put our listeners on to for this week?
Well, T for this week is, of course, Sinners. That's been out for a whole week. I definitely went to go see it. No, it's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
See it last week, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I won't give any spoilers, but you have to take time to go see it.
Well, I think this is a spoiler cast because we said we were going to talk about it, right, DeMarcus?
Did we say we want to talk about this episode?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and see.
I mean, shoot, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. If anything in the chat, just slow.
Yeah, because this episode's going to come out in 2 weeks. It's already been out for 2 or 3 weeks, so let's go ahead.
Okay. Have y'all seen it? Has everybody seen it?
Well, Lauren saw it. I haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
What you been doing, man? Why you didn't go see it with your wife?
Don't you like black people? Don't you care about black people?
I do. And I wanted to see it more than she did, but I had to work.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
take
you
it.
mean to tell me in your 2 weeks that this has been out, you haven't had a single moment to
This
take
is
your
not
ass to the movie
this is
theater?
not Attack Aaron time. We had that already.
Nah, it's Jack Aaron time right now.
You
First
already
movie
had your
done.
fill of that for the
Kidding.
week.
So okay, so Sinners, and then the other two things that I have is Thunderbolts came out last night. I'll definitely
Mm.
check that out. I'm kind of, I don't know. I want to go see it and then give my takes on it. Red Guardian, he kind of weirds me out, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
And then I have really been enjoying the second season of The Last of Us. We are
Mm-hmm.
in three this week, and I mean, episode 2 was gut wrenching. I
Mm-hmm.
literally, I'm about to be falling in my living room. It was crazy, but it's really, really good content. So those are
Right.
my three, like must see, must do. Eric, get your ass in the movie theater, man. Come on.
Mm.
So, Aaron, is there anything you want to put our listeners on to?
I do. My favorite song about The Last of Us. I still had this where is it? Can you see me?
Yeah. Oh,
This just came out of the plastic like last week.
wow. PlayStation 4, you
PS4
guys.
remastered The Last of Us.
Remastered.
Still
Wow.
haven't played, haven't seen the show. I don't know. One day I'll.
Jesus, Aaron, what you doing, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Really,
So,
All
all
I
he
know is
does,
my time doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
so you haven't played The
It
Last of Us
doesn't
either?
don't
I
stop.
haven't.
It keep
I haven't.
going.
I literally just unwrapped that like a week ago.
Oh my God, I'm about to punch you in your face, in your
You
pretty little
got
baby
it on
face.
going.
Wow.
Thanks, I guess. I don't know.
So what are you gonna put our listeners on to?
I just finished a book.
Okay.
Oh,
Book
you
is
can
called.
read?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Read it,
Yeah.
like not too long ago. It is called
Green eggs and ham.
this
Shut
book.
up.
If this book exists, you're in the wrong universe.
Mm.
Okay.
What
Uh,
is it about? That sounds interesting.
That sounds interesting.
it is a time travel sci-fi gory horror book.
Oh,
It covers
okay.
like all the bases.
to say
Uh,
that you got all the things.
it does, and it reads really well. It has a lot of continuity errors, but they're on purpose, and it's great. I really enjoyed it. If you like
How did you
sci-fi or if you like horror, gory movie or gore, like definitely check it out.
and how did you find out about this book?
Um, I was on I was on my Audible and I had like a whole bunch of tokens that I need to spend.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And then that popped up. And I was like, "Oh shit. Let me just click this and see what it is." Cuz the title is hella catchy. Um
Okay.
Started listening
Um,
to it and I was like, "Oh shit. I'm going to go ahead and check this out."
so I'm about to read the synopsis right quick because this sounds interesting. The novel picks up with Dave, his girlfriend Amy, and his friend John about 2 years after the previous book, What the Heck Did I Just Read? Now approaching their 30s, the trio lives in Undisclosed, a dying American Midwest town, sitting on a hole in the fabric of reality from which interdimensional entities repeatedly attempt to break through. Having become famous for being able to deal with such situations in the past novels, John and Dave are frequently called upon by the police and local inhabitants, even though a surprising large percentage of such calls even 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 though a surprisingly large percentage of such calls end up being nonsense. Dave is the main narrator of the story, relating events to the reader in first person, while John, Joy, and Amy supplement him in their third person accounts. It sounds very interesting.
So it's a series of like 3 or 4 books.
Yeah.
I picked up at the last book, but you don't have to like necessarily follow an order.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, having the background for some of the characters does make sense, but it didn't matter. Like you still learn who the characters are and what roles they play.
So are you gonna read the previous books?
I am. I've started on the first book. The first book is now the title of the first book is John Dies at the End.
Okay.
So
Mm.
that's where I'm at
Did
now.
John actually die at the end of the first
I
book?
haven't gotten there yet. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but
Well, I've seen that movie.
is
John
that
dies at the end is a movie?
Yeah.
it is. No, One of the books is the movie.
John dies at the end.
Is John okay? Yeah. So what did you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't really remember. I saw it like a while ago because it came out in 2012. But
Mm.
yeah, I do remember liking it.
Hmm.
I'm going to check that out. But yeah, I think it's a good read.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Demarcus, what you putting us on to this week, my brother?
Um, you've talked about common side effects already, haven't you? No? Well, I'll put folks on the common side
Oh
effects.
no, 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 no. I talked about it when Jay Baz was on here.
Yeah, okay, bet. Let me see. What else have I been reading? I've been reading the Storm comic,
Oh
uh,
yeah, I gotta start reading those too.
which are pretty good, you know. Let me see. What else? What else? What else? Man, I think that's it, man. I ain't really got no new material for y'all. I haven't been in. I've been rewatching Naruto. That's what I've been doing.
Why?
Like the tuning exams? What them episodes of
All
fire?
right. All right. Well, I did go to the movie theater using my movie pass, and I did go see Thunderbolts in the movie
Mm.
theaters. Um, it was so
Okay.
Did you see it
unique.
opening night?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Mm.
It's very unique, extremely unique. There had to be another Marvel movie to touch on the themes in the movie. And that made it, you know, 20 times more better.
Okay.
Because there hasn't been a Marvel movie like this. And I definitely enjoyed it. I am very enthused at where this story ended. Um, it opens it up, and um, and there were two end credit scenes, and the other one, of course, was for Fantastic Four, which comes out next month. But both of the whole cast of characters was very good. Red Guardian, he's just silly. He's just silly. That's all he is. And I think that this is really among the first movie to give me a cast of character that meshes so well a la Guardians of the Galaxy, where you
Mm-hmm.
have three characters who had the super serum, the super soldier serum, and
Really?
they
Well, they give
talk
that
about,
thing out like candy now.
yeah, I know.
Everybody got
Red
super soldier.
Red Guardian, Captain America, the false Captain America, and Bucky all had the super soldier serum, and
Is the
they were,
false? Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, John Walker, and they were talking about it, and then it just meshed really well. Everybody had a great part in the story, and everybody mattered. So I
Hmm.
thought it was a really fantastic movie. So I want to put our listeners on to that.
Is is the false Captain America, is that U.S. agent?
Yeah, John
Oh,
Walker.
okay, okay, okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Was that the guy that was in did they introduce him in Captain America and the Winter Soldier? No, Captain America
Yes.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Yes.
Is that wasn't the series? That's what the TV series was called, was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Why would they call him Captain Falcon?
No, no, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Why would they call him that? He had the shield.
I mean, I couldn't remember, Jared.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I do wish everybody to see Thunderbolts.
All right, it's definitely on my list to go see.
Yeah. Good. All right, Demarcus, is there an activity for us
It's
to
that series was called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Jared, you be gaslighting the fuck out of me
why would it be called the Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he had the shield?
because he wasn't introduced as Captain America yet. I guess I don't know. It's called
Because
The
he was
Falcon
Falcon.
and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because he was still Falcon. He didn't become Captain America until Steve Rogers died.
This movie, I mean, the TV show was after Steve Rogers died.
Yeah, but yeah, and he does have the shield in this series. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think in the TV series he's going like he already has a shield, but he's going back and forth about whether or not he's gonna actually be Captain America.
Well, he need to make up
He
his
just has
mind.
the shield. So he wasn't technically like, yeah, I'm Captain America. He just like had the shield.
And you're right. I do like gaslighting you, and I do it all the time if you listen to this podcast. I do it
Yes, you
all
do.
the time.
It is terrible, actually. Let's open the floor up to discuss this. No, I'm just kidding.
The gaslighting at the market.
I'm just glad he finally admitted it.
I never said it was false. But okay, DeMarcus, do you have an activity for us this week?
We don't do the activities on these episodes because we
All
have to do the level up, and it takes a long time.
All right, so we're not leveling up. The actual episode that we did, which is 2 parts. I really wanted to have a battle part since Fair was like, I didn't get to battle. I just wanted to battle. I had to battle. I didn't get to battle. So I really wanted her to battle. And I just wanted her to battle against all of us.
No,
Now,
and then in the beginning, I was trying not to battle. I was like,
And
this
that's what
is
I was just
stupid.
about to say.
Yeah, I was
yes.
like, this
I
is a
wish I had
stupid
known that
challenge. I'm
earlier.
just gonna hide in the trees because I know what my skill set is. I was very strategic with this character this second time around. So when that man came out down the sky and he said, y'all gonna battle and one of you is gonna die, I was like, I'm gonna go into the trees because I'm really not trying to kill my people because we done did about 5 challenges at this point together.
I'm sorry.
You don't have a problem if your people kill each other.
What was that last thing you said?
Yeah, I don't have no
You-
problem with y'all killing each other because y'all should have done what I did
but
and
what
go
were
hide
you
in the
not trying to
damn
do?
He
tree.
did hide.
No,
What
he
were you
attacked
not
me.
trying to do though?
I was not trying to fight.
You was not trying to kill your people?
No.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said. I wasn't.
All right, guys. That
Do
was kind of a
you refute that? You got a rebuttal?
All I know is my
Your
skull
goblin
got.
was coming to you.
Yeah, okay. There it is.
no.
No,
Well, let's start the
bowels got
beginning.
exposed to death.
let's start the beginning. We were walking in the woods going to our next location when we are ambushed by a group of celestials who tell us that someone has summoned us. We find out that it is Cord, the god of battle and lightning, and he tells us that we have to fight each other to reap some rewards. Aaron, as the first person to die, you already said it. What went wrong, Aaron?
I dug too deep into the situation. I overthought it. He clearly explained what he wanted to do. And
Mm-hmm.
my good friend Suckram said, I know the gods, and this is what they want.
Yeah.
So he attacked me
Mhm.
without any hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
So
After the god struck you with lightning.
after the god struck me with lightning,
Because y'all were like,
It really did start with you though. Like
I definitely felt targeted the entire night, and it was justified for sure. So yeah, so I get hit with lightning. I move closer to my friend and like, yo, he'll save me. Like, I don't want to
He's
fight.
gonna heal me as he always does.
Yeah, I don't want to fight my friends. Let me get closer to him in case some shit goes down. And then he puts his hands on me and tries to kill me himself or deal me some damage.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I get this now. So I make haste and, jump ahead, go get some protection. Okay, I'm trying to think into the game, like, what's going on here? What does this deity actually want?
Mhm.
Okay, maybe you just want some blood. It's a Roman a gladiator arena.
Mm.
Cool. Maybe if us not hitting each other wasn't satisfying him. So it's like, okay, maybe if we shed a little bit of blood, we all don't have to kill each other. Maybe that'll fill his cup and he'll be satisfied. No, not good enough. 3 out of the 4 of us are dealing damage or taking damage. One of us is just standing around not doing anything. So I'm like, okay, let me get this other person involved. And then, before I even get to that point, I should have killed Suckmard when I had the chance to,
Mm-hmm.
because that would have definitely changed the sights of everything. Because
Yeah.
I was able to, and I should have did it.
Yeah,
No,
we should.
I want to be the good guy and like keep our group together from killing each other.
but no, you didn't want to be the good guy because you attacked me.
because you were the only person in the group that hadn't done any damage or taken any damage.
Rightfully
Trying to
so.
satisfy
I
the
literally
deity.
killed everybody but Suckmar.
I was trying
And
to
it's
give the
Suckmar.
deity what he wanted, which was blood.
No, you missed your opportunity and you ruined it for everybody.
And I should have killed you. I had the opportunity as well. I was just hiding from you or trying to evade
No,
you.
you wouldn't have been able to kill me.
He
Be
was on a
clear.
blood. No.
Be clear.
I could have.
We
Be
was
clear.
Loki. We was shutting down your sneak attacks. You was not getting no sneak attacks this
None.
because you scared to get up close and fight. So
Not anymore. No, the
those
way
sneak
that
attacks.
Gary got on me this week about reading my character and learning it, I was ready.
Mm.
I
You were
would have
still
went
attacking from a distance most of the time though.
because my thing was to shed a little bit of blood of everybody. If we all took some damage, like he would have been satisfied. That's what I was thinking.
He literally
Obviously not.
said
I should
everybody
have
has
just
got to
listened
die
to it
except
being
for
I
me.
didn't see it as being a battle royale. Because
Yeah, he definitely the court had definitely said like one of y'all like only one of y'all can like leave or one of y'all can remain standing or something like that.
yeah, but in our map it had us in 4 different quarters, but those corners also had different pathways. So I
Did
was
they?
kind of figuring out like, oh, do we
They
need
didn't
to
have no
go
different
down?
pathways. What are you talking about?
It was a circle. It was like a compass.
I mean, it was. It did. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like you could go up, down, left, or right.
Right, but
But
I was thinking outside of the map. I wasn't thinking of it as like an arena. I know. Again, I overthought it. It's my fault.
It's all good. It's all
I should
good.
have just went
But
into
you
the
studied
kill.
your sheet.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
study your sheet.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I was ready for.
He was calling out stuff this time, and I was like, he was like, "Oh, my Rakers Audacity should give me, some more initiative." And I was like, "What? Where did it come from?"
I was ready this time around, and it was just straight combat, and I could have did way more damage than I did.
You should have, because you just got that new sword too.
I should have.
That new dagger.
I should have just went to the kill.
Yeah. We all should have gained up on Jared because, like, I noticed like halfway through the fight, like Jared had only been using that one spell that was like concentration, so he still had all his resources left pretty much. And I was like, and that's why I was like, fair. I was like, should we? Should we stop Jared from killing these? And he was like, I'm not in it. I'm like,
and
I'm like, we not gonna win because spellcasters they can stay away from you and they can just like hit you with heavy shit.
And that's what I tried to do with my Thorn Whip. He was just because I can only use Thorn Whip to pull him 10 feet to me. He was 30 feet above me, so it just would have knocked him down to 20, and that wasn't enough.
Yeah,
I wanted to pull him back to the ground.
If any of us could have got right up in Jared's face, we could have shut him down. But he made sure to take off first.
Yeah, that was the plan. If I got him back to the ground, then I would have took care of him then.
Yeah, I didn't have my character can learn a trick shot called drop shot where he can knock folks out the sky, and I never took it because I just like, oh, we ain't gonna have to worry about that.
Thank you for letting me know. So you don't have a trick shot that makes them fall prone either?
That's drop shot.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Dang.
All I got is like I got a dazing shot that would have like gave you disadvantage on attacks, but you weren't using any like attacks. You were making us make saves, which I still feel like, and we kind of had this debate on while we were playing, but I feel like you have to shoot sunbeam in a direction in a 5-foot line, and if you can't see the person you're shooting at, you got to guess. But
but I could see you.
But
if you could see me, I could see you.
I get what you're saying for sure, but that's also the same thing like with me. Like you would have to. I felt like if you had called or like rolled stealth or hide or something.
I had roll stealth.
Yeah,
and
he did.
Do any perception check. He was like, "I can see you," and it's like, all right.
Because my attack did not. I couldn't roll a disadvantage.
But you could have done like a 50-50 roll or anything like that to be like, oh, this is we roll this, it's gonna get near you. If you roll this, it's too far away.
Okay, well, you could have said that.
I tried, but I was like, you know what? Let me not argue with the DM. Let me not be that guy.
You should have been that guy. All right, because you could have said, it says to a person you could see, so roll a perception check.
It doesn't say a person you can see, does it?
Sunbeam. Does it say a person you can see?
It doesn't. It says, oh, let me find it because I made sure to read it. It doesn't say anything about a person you can see. Beam of light from your hands in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line. Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And that's what I was doing. I knew where you were, so I was just aiming it that way.
But I was stealth, so how did you know where I was?
I knew the general direction you were in.
So yeah, that's not the same thing as knowing where I am.
But I didn't have to see you. I knew that you were behind the tree. The tree was 5 feet. I knew you weren't left of the tree because that was open space. I knew you were in my tree because that was open space. It wasn't you were in a forest or behind a wall.
Mm-hmm. So you jump the wall, and then it's a pretty wide area. You were still within the.
Yeah.
I would have ruled that differently because he was like, oh, like the tree gives you like half cover because you were above it looking down through the leaves and the branches. But hey, he's the DM.
All right, so okay.
He's the DM and he won the battle royale, which feels
I mean, I yes, I agree too. I was thinking that
it feels like a Trump
he
presence.
came after me,
like
he initiated me, and then he did kind of back off once I was like pretty wounded.
Yeah, I didn't just want to kill you, Aaron. I wanted you to live so you can show us. Me. Yeah, I wanted to kill you. I wanted you to live.
Why are you always coming for him?
Because I don't like him. But I just wanted Aaron to live so he could show us some of what he read. And I was like, okay, DeMarcus is going to show us all his tricks if I go after him. And Aaron and Fair can come together and they can have this. Because the warrior versus the rogue, that will be, and I was going to like even heal you if you were going to really fight her.
I would have jumped out of the tree and laid into her.
You
didn't had no opportunity.
Because
But he couldn't.
I was overthinking. Next time we have a battle royale, just say battle royale. Because I overthought the situation.
Once I realized that he was coming from my neck trying to get me to actually participate, when I was actively like, I don't want to partake in this. Like, I feel like I have the right to choose, freedom of choice. He was like, nope, you're going to get this motion. I said,
here's your choice. This hero.
But see,
and it was over when I did the action surge. I killed him in one shot.
But see, like, oh, I don't want to participate. If one person is participating, we got to stop them.
Because we tried not participating. That was the thing. And I moved closer to suck round. And then he
by not participating, Aaron was trying not to participate. By not participating fair, you just let Jared kill everybody.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Really, Aaron let everybody kill him because he should have killed Suckram first.
I should have.
Yeah, y'all should have killed me.
Hindsight is 2020.
It reminds me of
our friends.
It reminds me of Arya and House of Dragons when she should have killed Joffrey. Could have saved all them people all that heartache if she would have just killed that man and drowned him in the river.
All right, so the next one
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got another question. Do we think this experience is going to affect how our characters see each other?
Yes.
Like how the dynamics of the party, or are they going to be like, oh, that was just like a thing that happened over there? And how do we think it's going to change? How do we think it's going to change the dynamics for your character?
I don't think it's going to.
Well, for me, I'm already not trustworthy. Like, I don't trust y'all for real. So the fact that Aaron really made me come out into that battle and then I turned around and killed him, I'm like, I really don't want to be around him. And I already don't be wanting to be around him and his character. So now I'm just going to be like, just leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone. Do your job and get out of my face.
See,
but ain't none of that heat for Suck Ram, the person who killed you?
Yeah.
Exactly. No. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I've felt indifference
up to this point.
Yeah.
I've been indifferent toward everybody.
I feel like Aaron had been
the only reason he killed me is because he had so much more HP than I did.
And I was healing myself.
Yeah, he was healing.
You was healing yourself. We're just like the ultimate cheat code.
We should have ganged up on Jared because he has all these fucking spells to let him do this bullshit.
Yeah.
And we're all melee people.
Yeah.
I was casting, I was saying stuff in the wind, trying to talk to y'all like, hey, let's be a team. We're
Is
friends.
that what you was trying to do with Mask of the Wild? Like talk
Yes.
through the wind? That's
Yes,
not
I
how
was trying
Mask
to.
of the Wild
But I was already in the tree. I was just trying to like talk to
Yeah.
everybody without like giving away my stealth.
I
So
feel you.
I was like, I'm hitting. The wind is blowing. Let me ventriloquist my voice into the wind. That was.
Yeah,
Hey
if
guys,
Let me
y'all would
speak
have.
on the wind.
maybe we
Yeah.
should not like kill each other or like
Hey, this
we
nigga
should group up.
Pocahontas.
I tried that shit.
So you want us to group up and do what? Because he had already said y'all got to kill each other. The
Well,
god.
didn't kill each other, then he would have had to either. I figured like the
Yeah,
god would either
if we
give
all
up or
would have
he would have
stopped, I
killed
wonder
all
what would
of
have
them.
happened. I wonder if he would have sent in
That's what I wanted. We would have all
one of
had
them
to die.
celestials.
I've already gotten hit by lightning. He would have to kill us all or hit
Remember,
us
he
all.
said it. He was like, y'all have to fight to the death. So, like, what else
Yeah.
did y'all
I don't want to
want?
hear you.
First
You
of all, we would have
hiding in
been at
trees,
2
not
a.m.
participating in that.
First off, I don't like being railroaded. I like to create my own story in D&D. So if Jerry got to think of some shit on the fly, then Jerry got to think of some shit on the fly.
Nah, I don't like to think that
going.
hard. Y'all would have just died instantly. Y'all would have rolled up some new characters except for Suck Ram because he was up.
Jerry said,
He was up
Jerry
for
said,
it.
y'all are not fucking up my plan.
I was already
Exactly.
ready. I was heated. I character lined up and everything. He had a background story.
Oh, damn,
It was gonna be
you got
some
another one. You
vengeance.
got another one waiting? You got another one in
Yeah,
your back
there was
pocket?
some vengeance coming.
Hey, I would have pulled
I
out a
kind
whole
of
new
figured we were gonna get res at the end when everybody started dying. I
Hmm.
was like, all right, cool. But the way she killed me, like she didn't just leave me there. Like I was already out. Like I'm not coming back.
Right.
No,
You
she
were
had
out of
to.
the game, essentially.
I
She
And
had
she
to.
was like,
mean,
nah, I want to make
she,
sure you out of the
Essentially, it's
game.
not out of the game. It's
yeah, he
essentially.
was unconscious, so there was still a chance. But Fair made sure to slash his stomach open and to.
To bleed out slowly. That's such a move to make. Like make my death like matter. Like crush my skull in or something. Make it dramatic.
No, but
It's
I
like
didn't want to crush the skull in. I thought the crushing of the skull, because this is what I thought. First of all, my preferred weapon is an axe. So I immediately thought hatchet, axe in the head. But I was like, that just seemed a little too violent for me. So I was like, no, slash him in the stomach. And then if I slash you in the
out.
stomach, I don't have to keep slashing you. I slashed you and you bled out. Casualty of war.
It's not a fucking warrior's death.
All right.
Okay.
No, Marcus, you
What
want
did
to
you
say
want me to
something?
chop your hand off or something?
That would have been fine too.
It just left me. Go ahead and move on.
DeMarcus, you were the second one to die
Uh-huh.
by the hands of Rihanna, right?
No, suck Ram.
Fuck
Oh,
around.
Suck
Oh no,
Ram.
because she wanted to save him. She
Yeah,
cast her
she tried
shield.
to do the
Oh, yeah.
but yeah. I definitely think to answer the question, my own question. I definitely think Duran is going to be less trusting of Suckmard, more trusting of Rietta because she tried to protect him in that situation. But yeah,
So do all y'all not trust Suck Ram?
I'm fine. I
Rietta
don't.
ain't got no problem with him with
I'm
the
indifferent.
character.
You were playing the game, and I get that. Rietta went too far, and now she.
God, what?
Now I'm gonna have. I got a chip on my shoulder now.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna
You and
bash
I,
it.
that is the dynamic of our character. We've always had chips on the shoulder. We just don't rub each other the right way in the
No,
game.
I
No,
think
I
that
just didn't
you've
rub
had
you the
a
right way.
chip on your shoulder for him, but he hasn't cared about that much for
I
you.
was
But now,
indifferent toward everyone. I didn't care. But now
yeah.
you got an enemy for sure. Now that I know that it's a game and I'm back, I'm like, okay, yeah, you went for it.
If you try to slip my throat in my sleep.
You could have just left me there. I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I need you for the party.
I
Yeah,
mean,
just
you can slit her throat, make her have to roll up another character that you might get along with more.
it'd be a little too misty or dewy outside,
That
or
was the
let the
game
wind blow
when
the wrong
DeMarcus was
way.
like, fair. Do you understand that if Aaron dies, he has to get a whole new character? I was like,
Not my problem.
Like that
Yeah,
ain't
go,
you
that ain't
go,
got nothing to
go
did.
do with
hard,
me.
Oh
go
my
home.
God. Yeah, DeMarcus did give you that disclaimer. He was like,
I'm
"Fair,
like,
you
hey,
do
look,
understand that if he dies."
I was like, kill that man, get him out of here.
Not
golly.
my issue. It's like, what's the problem? Why?
Well,
All
if
right.
I had to, y'all, if I had to roll up a new character, it was gonna be so hard for y'all to like pull him into this plot. He was gonna really be like, "Fuck y'all."
So, Demarcus, as the second one that died, what happened? Because you were actually shooting and getting
Yo,
those shots off
my gun was
today.
working today.
Yes, it was
That
What?
pistol
It
working.
was
was.
tickling today.
You was doing the
Yes.
damn thing.
Yo, shit, but like I tried to, man, what happened? I think I couldn't like by myself. I couldn't like eliminate. I couldn't get you down to zero fast enough. Because my plan was to, if we kill Suckmard, the other three of us can like talk and figure out a different something else to do, instead of just like fighting. Because Suckmard is like, well, the god said kill everybody, so all right. So
Okay.
and yeah, I just couldn't. I needed like one more person to get in there and get some hits in. Because I'm like, even though he has this healing shit, he can only do that on his turn. And if we can stack enough damage on, we can kill him before he gets a chance to do it.
Yeah,
He,
y'all can.
he has the least amount of hit points out of the party, I think, or close
Mm-hmm.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
didn't at that
he's a
point. I
fucking
wasn't thinking
spellcaster.
about that. I was trying to make sure that like I touched everybody. I was trying to make sure that everybody touched everybody.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was in the mindset like, okay, that should satisfy this quest, and then we move on. Not thinking that this was the night. So I'm
yeah.
like, ah
I was
man, I
I
get
was
it.
I was doing real good with the gun. Like it missed at a couple of critical points. Like when I did
Mm-hmm.
my action surge and like two of them hoes missed, I feel like that would have been the turn that killed you had them other two made it.
Yeah, I was at 19. It might have worked.
See, two more,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been 19 hit points. Two more shots.
Yeah.
19. I can't believe she hit me with 52. That was
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's a
ridiculous.
that's a
warrior.
warrior for your ass.
That's a warrior.
That's a warrior for your ass.
Okay,
Then
I
she
think
said actress.
Mm, mm, mm.
Dang, okay. Yeah.
Now I will. Oh, now I do want to. I cut my video off, but that's the one thing I will say. When I realized how quickly I killed these and how long Suck Ram stayed in the game, I was like, "Fuck! I should have used that action surge with Suck Ram."
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
did identify that where I was like, "Nah," because when I was hitting him, even with the nat 20s, and he was like, "Nope, I'm still alive. I'm bloody." I'm like, "Well, die! God damn it,
Well,
die!"
die.
So back to Duran. When I finally hit that sunbeam and I finally made you blind, what is your constitution modifier? Because you was
Mm,
getting all
my
those
constitution
saves.
save. My constitution
Yes.
save is +6.
Okay, so that's why. That's
Hmm.
why.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
So when I
+6.
finally made you blind, how
Yeah,
did that feel? Because I was like,
that
okay, I'm
wasn't.
gonna get him now.
That wasn't. I don't think that was that big a deal because I knew I got my sight back when your turn started again. So all I had to do was just survive one turn blinded.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think if I had been able to shoot you on that turn, that I think that might have saved you too. Had I been able to get a couple of shots in on that turn, that would have also like brought you closer to death.
Yeah, because
Um,
in 5E, the original version, the version that we're playing,
mhm,
the heals aren't that much. Like I think it's 1d8, but in 5E 2024 version that I'm playing with this other group, it's like
mhm,
2d8 plus 5. So if I
mhm.
did my level 5 um cure wounds, it would be 8, no, it would be 10d8 plus 5 healing on me.
Is
So
it
it's
two more every time?
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, with the
That
2024
that
version.
feels overpowered.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's a cleric. I mean, you want that alive. You want that to make all the rounds.
Yeah. But it's 2d8 plus 5 for every round of healing.
Eee,
Yeah. So
nuts.
I finally killed you with a sunbeam.
No, you finally killed me with a fireball. And
Oh, with the fire. Oh, yes, the fireball. Uh-huh.
yeah, and I,
And
'cause I think I accidentally put my fireball spell in the chat, and that's when you started like getting real close to me.
because I was like, is he's about to do a fireball.
Yep,
He
I
can go
gave
ahead and
myself
try
away.
because I had that kind of spell ready because I knew you had
Mm.
spells. So
And
I
see,
had,
my whole thing is just like make you use all your resources because as a fighter, it's like I'm pretty much just like shooting or like swinging a
yeah.
sword.
And I
So
had
like, Yeah.
And I already used my 6 level spell slot, both 2 level 5 spell slots. I had 1 4, 1 3, all my 2s, and I used 1 1. So I was
But yeah,
going through them.
yeah. Like toward the end. Toward the end, because that sunbeam was saving your ass. I was like, fuck. I was like, we could not get this man to drop this fucking sunbeam.
Yeah, yeah. Sunbeam was great. Um, and then fair, it was just a battle with you.
A back and forth, baby.
Yes, I did not like you were throwing that little axe. You was making me go down, down, down the road. I was at 2 points. I was like, I gotta pull out the big guns. Whole person.
That whole person pissed
Mhm.
me off so much because I had nothing that could count. I'm like, that's not telekinetic. That's not psychic. I'm looking at my whole sheet like
that whole person.
What is that?
Yeah, that whole person is raggedy when somebody uses
Because I was like, Demarcus has already done away my sunbeam. So I was like, can't do that anymore. So whole person
you
against.
couldn't recast it, the sunbeam?
I just had 1 level. Sunbeam's level 6 spell.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's why that shit was so good.
Yeah.
Even when we were saving on the damage, we were still in like the 15s, close to the damn 20s. I was like, yo, this sunbeam ain't no hoe. We ain't even fucking vampire.
Casting it at the higher level, because I don't know if I did that with any of my spells. Is it automatically built into the character sheet?
So some spells when you cast them at the higher level will say if you cast at the higher level, you can add like another damage die to that spell. But other spells aren't like that. Like all spells, like Sunbeam, I think is one that's not like that.
Yeah.
So Sunbeam, even if I did it, it's a 6 level spell. If I did it level 7, the damage doesn't increase as I cast it. Because
does it last longer?
No, nothing happens.
No bonus effects for casting it higher.
No.
Fair.
No.
And Bear, I think you and our characters, like the spells we have are like innate spells. So and by that I mean like we don't cast them with like magical ability. We cast them with like our nature. Like they just a part of like who we are. So we can't cast them at a higher level because we don't have like magic power to draw from.
Or spell slots.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can take a couple of levels in wizard or something, or you know.
Yeah, because again, I was like, if Fair uses this hellish rebuke, then I would be in trouble.
But I thought I could only use hellish rebuke, and this could also be my ignorance, but I thought I could only use hellish rebuke when I was taking fire damage.
No, hellish rebuke is any type of damage.
But does hellish rebuke have to be melee?
No, it happens. It just automatically happens. Well, if they have to do a roll first to see if they hit, but then I think it's like half the damage if no, it's a save if they have to do a save. And then it's like half the damage if I miss it. So I was like, if she does that, then I'll have to do a counter spell.
They just gotta be within 60 feet. Well, would you be able to counterspell her hellish rebuke? Because it's not a spell, it's a trait.
But it does say cast on her sheet. So as long as it says cast, I can do counterspell. And that's just a level 1 spell, so I could counterspell.
Counterspell is level 1?
Counterspell is level 3. Hellish rebuke is level 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say, hold up.
Yes. And then Fair died, leaving Suck Ram for the victory. He was able to get some beneficial effects. I do not like these beneficial effects because what I got was speak with animals.
Yeah, and you the main winner, and that's like the worst one.
I was like, this take is terrible.
Like, let me read you some of these other beneficial properties.
I think the only person that got like dope stuff was Aaron in these.
Which is crazy because he's the one that died first of all. And also had like the most horrible like game tonight.
I mean, got the best take. Well, also makes sense because like, you know, when you last in the league, you get the first round draft pick.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
take that.
Because you need it.
I
You
worked
do need
really hard to be prepared tonight.
But see, Aaron, you looking at this the wrong way. Because now you got this, you can treat any weapon as a finesse weapon. So that means you can use a longsword that does 1d8 and get
Yeah.
sneak damage on
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's what I've been doing anyway.
No, you've been using daggers.
You've been using daggers.
That do
That's
like 1d4.
I mean,
so
yeah, you're right.
and get sneak attack. But that's like guns. That's like you could use a mini cannon. It says any
As long as
weapon.
it's a one-hand weapon. As long as it's a one-handed weapon, I think it's
It
what.
didn't say that.
Yes, it did. It said one-handed weapons. Or that's what you said. You can
Was that
treat
in the
any
chat? I didn't even
one-handed.
see it. Or did you post it?
Nah, he just read it to us.
Okay. I do have a question. So, I remember, I don't remember who I got it from, but I had a ring of evasion.
Okay.
Does anybody
Mm.
remember how that worked?
I think I have it somewhere.
Why do you have a ring of evasion?
I think it was like one of the
I think I got it from the Sphinx.
I think it was a
No.
thing. No, it was I think it was one like it was in the loop from something we did.
Oh yeah, it is one-handed melee. It says one-handed melee weapons. But why do you have a ring of evasion? You're already a rogue.
I had Boots of Fleetfoot, and then that got changed to Ring of Evasion.
Hmm?
Um
Mm.
Ring of evasion. Ring has 3 charges. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to succeed on that saving throw instead. But you
Yeah.
already have evasion, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that
Mm.
means I could use it outside of my regular evasion because I think
I
evasion
mean,
on
But
here
your
is
regular
show.
evasion is always active, so there's no well,
you can only use that once
you
per
can
turn.
yeah. No, regular
But
evasion is one is all like any area of effect.
right, but the ring
Any
that's
AoE
for.
that uses Dex.
So is the
So
ring only area as well?
No,
Or
the ring says when you fail a dexterity saving throw.
yeah. And evasion is the same thing. So what you can do, it's a good combo in the sense that you can go from taking half damage on a failure to no damage on a success.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad combo, but I mean it's kind of doubling up of what you already have. It just gives you 3 extra chances to evade something.
yeah, it should have been fucking invading fair.
You
Well,
can't. I mean,
she did do a
she wasn't letting
dexterity
you do
It
check.
those
wasn't
dex
a
saves.
dex. It was
Yeah.
Telling you, you need to
Oh,
just
it's
go
not
ahead and reach out on your energy, brother, because it's not gonna bode well for you.
oh, no.
But
You
I did do a dex save when I did that fireball though.
Yeah, but see, Aaron was already dead, so like that wasn't
Oh yeah.
right, yep.
like, and I don't have I think my 2 saves. I think Dex might be my other save actually. I don't think so.
But you do have that indomitable, right?
Yeah, but I had already used it one time with the
Oh,
enemy.
okay.
Mhm.
So
And Indomitable lets me do it anytime. It doesn't have to be any particular save. Yeah,
mm,
my saves are strength and constitution. So the Dex wasn't there for me.
mhm.
And then what was uncanny dodge?
Uncanny
So
dodge is a dex save thing, right?
nah, Uncanny Dodge lets you half the damage of any attack that you take once per turn
Oh
as a
yeah.
reaction. So somebody hits you, it does 20 damage. You
Mhm.
can Uncanny Dodge and take 10.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I remember using it. I just didn't
Yeah,
understand it.
you was asleep. You should have been using that whole
No,
fight.
he was frustrated and mad. Why is everybody ganging up on me today, guys?
I
Yes, yes,
mean,
it
we
was.
weren't ganging up on you. Jared was just whooping your ass.
Yeah,
No, Fair. I started it. Fair finished it for me, and I didn't have
Exactly.
to
you did.
And
have to
I'm
do
sure,
nothing.
man. I'm just proud of my gun today, man. My gun,
Me
my
too.
gun was shooting today. I was like, all right, this is how I need to shoot from now on.
Yeah, because you were about to need to change to a
And I
From now
sword or
started
on,
something.
that's how you shoot.
it. Yeah.
The
My
last
only
game it was not working. I think it broke last game too.
my only complaint is that, I started using my grit points more, my trick shots, because I realized I get them back whenever I crit and whenever I kill something, I get a grit point back. So I started to try to be a little more loose with him.
Yeah.
And I still had psionic die left too, so I was like, okay, I'm coming out the gate with a lot of power here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that telekinetic shield was clutch.
Yeah, that was
That shit was
clutch.
clutch. It
Didn't
was
work
just a
though.
lot of damage. I was like, oh shit, I might live.
Nope.
I think if I had done, no, I couldn't because I used to Misty Step. If I had done like if I had been able to get my second wind in and get like a decent amount of hit points back, I think I could have survived one more round.
Yeah. I think now that I know which abilities I really do want to activate, then when I have the option to choose to throw more points in particular categories, I could be more strategic than I have been the last
Mm.
couple of times we've leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm really happy to hear you say that. I'm really happy with how Aaron played tonight. Because the whole point of like having this like very slow leveling up from level 1 is so that you have that time with the abilities to like learn them, to
Yep.
get to get like a few under your fingertips and before we add something else in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm
for
glad to
sure.
see it's been working. I'm glad to see it's
I
been
know
Yeah.
Jared made some exceptions tonight, but am I going to be able to use my thorn whip like that in the
Divine
future?
Whip.
My vine whip.
You know, I think that could be under the DM's discretion. It depends on how you describe it. Like if it sounds fun, then yeah, I would let you do it if it sounds fun. But
Yeah.
it's not a rule because you got to use your movement speed, not walk all the way, then door whip your rest of your movement. No.
I mean, that's
Why not?
I feel like that's a creative use of Thorn Whip,
Yeah, it's
man.
a creative
Yeah,
use.
I liked it. I liked it.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I hope that y'all have fun and fair. I also liked how you were using your psionic die to go ahead
Yeah.
and make things, but you could have knocked him out the tree before. Get
How
him
Yeah.
many
down.
how
Huh?
many of those psionic die do you get?
Yeah, how many do you
Eight.
have? Mm,
8.
Eight.
mhm. Yeah, you could have used more of those.
And I had so much stuff, like there's stuff on my character sheet, y'all, that I never even use. So obviously I misunderstood Hellish Rebuke. So that's gonna
Mm,
be good for the next game. But I
mhm.
also had trying to get this to come back up. My computer is tweaking. But also had I still had second wind. I had the gauntlets of Aruthius. I never used those.
Mm.
And so I did pretty good. And then of course I had, the 7 hit die.
Hmm.
But yeah, that side eye I start with 8.
Yeah. The seven hit die you can only use
Short rest.
when we're taking a short rest. But the rest of that stuff you can definitely use that. Hellish Rebuke, you can definitely use that more often. Um
I think it's once per turn.
yeah, yeah, but yeah.
Not once per turn, once per day.
Oh,
I have
you
attribute
only
6
cast
months
it.
per day.
You only
Yeah.
cast the joint once per day. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to use that once per day stuff. Because I should have had the fucking what's that shit called? The Hunter's Mark on Jared from the very fucking
Oh
start.
yeah, I would have been
Yep.
dead.
Because that
Yeah.
gives me an extra D6 every time I hit something.
I would have been dead.
Oh yeah.
And it's at advantage. You roll at advantage when you hit me.
Hunter's Mark doesn't give you advantage.
Oh, okay. But I would have been dead. I
But see,
would
now
have been dead.
that brings into the idea now of we killed Jared, what would have happened? Would we have kept trying to kill each other?
Now, I think we would have stopped. I would have definitely stopped and tried to talk to y'all. I wouldn't have just kept fighting.
Then Court would have just hit y'all all with lightning bolts if y'all were gonna fight.
Okay, cool. But we wasn't gonna do it to each other. We was gonna be in solidarity.
I was looking for it from the beginning.
You just went to the wrong person.
Yes, I
Hey,
did.
what?
You just
I
went to the
should not have went to him.
wrong person.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
he,
starting to think Suckmart is a zealot. He's not like a reasonable, faithful person. he
I
done,
mean,
he
he
done
said
drank
some
the
questionable.
Kool-Aid and he's
Yeah.
been
He's
to the
so
cult meetings.
I
so
mean, he's done
soft
some
spoken.
questionable things. Yeah. Done some things in the past, like with the mayor.
Mm.
He done,
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
He's
isn't your
questionable.
character supposed to be like lawful good?
Well, is he?
None of these things don't seem like lawful good energy.
Well, no.
I will say that looking back at it, I still feel more indifferent to Suckmart. I used to feel like kind of indebted to him. Now I feel like we're tit for tat now. I've repaid my debt. So
I
we're
mean,
still
I don't know
cool. I
why.
don't feel anything against you, but I no longer feel indebted.
Well,
Well,
me, you hate.
Oh yeah, you and me, we got a problem.
well,
Yo,
if we're just gonna be a party of enemies, this is gonna be even more interesting.
mm-hmm.
I don't think
So,
enemies. It's only
Except
two
for
of us
me
that
and
got to get
Deron.
to. One of us hates the whole group.
Wait, you said you and
who?
Deeds. Y'all keep getting us confused,
No,
man.
me,
No, I said me and
yeah.
Deron. We're not gonna have any
Oh yeah,
problems.
yeah, yeah. We ain't got no beat. We ain't got no
Yeah,
beat.
we got closer together this game.
Mm-hmm.
So let me help my buddy out because normally when we do the groups, Deron is always the one that's really trying to like band us together. Like, come on, y'all. We all together. We all together. And I'd be like, no, I'm by myself. Like I'm over here
I
doing it
also
alone.
underestimated Suck Round because I went over there to like if shit started popping off, to like be a shield, try to protect my friend.
Man,
Not thinking he was gonna
shit.
destroy the
No, he
world.
got
I
your
didn't
ass.
realize how strong he was.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now we know.
Yeah,
yeah.
now we fucking know. And
So,
yeah.
Aaron, there was nothing to do that could make you start fighting everybody else.
I was once you attacked me, I kind of went on like Rietta's path, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get you. I wanted to subdue you somehow because you clearly weren't gonna play along. So my initial thought was to vine whip you down and like use it to restrain you or something. I was gonna figure it out.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I wouldn't have attacked you, would you have attacked anybody else? I would have still attacked people, but like, could we have teamed up somehow to go against everybody else?
If you had convinced me, yes, I would have teamed up with you for sure. You
Mm.
were definitely where my allegiance lied
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
because I felt indebted to you from before when you saved
yeah.
me.
Yeah. But I still think that you would have
I wouldn't have
uh
attacked you. My
I
plan
still
moving
think
into
that you would have been upset with me after I killed you at the end
Mm.
from being your teammate because
Mm.
he said nice.
no, then it would I felt thinking about it now. I would have figured out at that point like it was a game, and it's like okay, it's a free for all. We got rid of everybody else. Now it's just between us.
He would have sneak attacked you for 84
Wait,
damage.
what?
I would have had
Yeah.
to run away somewhere and make it happen, but for sure,
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I was
sneak
trying to get
attack.
into that hedge.
All right, guys. Well, that was our game. I think that we all had a very fun time, even though most of us died except for me.
You
But
know, feel like it was rigged.
I mean, no, because I knew what we were gonna do.
You're the
Like,
DM, you know what's going on, and you're playing the game.
I knew what I was gonna do for this section a
Mm-hmm.
month ago when we decided that that's why I said two parts. I was like, okay, need to do two parts because I'm gonna do this battle
You playing
royale
with a
first
loaded
part.
deck.
But I don't think that I had any advantage. All I did was fight y'all when y'all said let's not fight.
You like I said, a loaded deck.
Was that the loaded deck me fighting?
Loaded deck. A
Me
loaded
throwing
deck.
the first shot
Because
was that?
if you didn't know what was going, if there was a different person DMing and you also didn't know what was going on, I feel like you would try to talk it out.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
he
you'd have been
knows
on
the
our side.
gods. I feel like
But
he
I feel
knows the
like
gods.
I feel like he did give us a hint. Like he said he knew the gods and like this is what they wanted.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
kind of I
who
took
actually
that
knows
as like
what
that's
suck
why I
around
went
means?
for like trying to draw blood from everybody. I was like, okay, we can't. I felt like us sitting here wasn't going to work, but if we drew blood, then that may have satisfied them.
Mm,
Mm.
That's what I started getting at, and then Rieta killed me.
So
Get
what you
out of
say,
here.
DeMarcus? You
mm,
said something who wasn't supposed to or something. Oh, I
If
don't
there was a third person, if it was a third party DMing, would
Oh,
you?
if there was a third party DMing, I think you would have tried to talk it out with us.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think you would have.
I think that Suckram would have did whatever Cord would have asked him to do.
And I'm just asking that this party now realizes and recognizes that Suck Ram is a zealot and a fanatic. And he should not be trusted.
Suck Ram. I mean, we never talked about Suck Ram's motivations or nothing. We don't know. We just know that he comes from a very Baptist church, but we don't know why he left home, or you don't know. You never asked. You never cared to ask. So
I mean, because I'm here to do a job, man. Like we co-workers.
yeah, let's talk about that. How you said this stuff about how
We
it was a
co-workers.
contract. We were supposed to kill the dragon. Why do you want to kill everything? So
We are so the way Duran perceives the situation that he's in. He used to be a small time crook, a part of this this band of like thieves or whatever. And now in his mind, he's in the big leagues. He done went from like a part-time job to a full-time job with salary and benefits. And all he got to do is fulfill the contracts, and he gonna be paid. He gonna be able to help out his mom and his siblings.
because
And
they're
so like
poor.
yeah, because he grew up poor. Because he's like, look, we just need to do these fucking jobs and go home. Like all this negotiating and shit that we doing, that's not part of the job description.
So that wasn't you as DeMarcus. That was you as Deron.
That was me as Duran, yes.
But you think that talking to the dragon was a pretty good choice, right?
Yeah, no, like I mean, like yeah, like I built that option into the story. Like if y'all didn't have to fight like there was things that happened if y'all fought the dragon, things that happened if y'all didn't fight the dragon.
All right, because I was
You know,
about to say.
there was like a thing that happened if y'all started to fight the dragon and then stopped halfway through. They like,
All right.
got to be ready for everything.
All right, so that was our D&D. We, as you can tell, have a lot of fun. We may have to do that again.
Another like battle royale.
I mean, who knows what may happen in the future?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that was our Dungeons and Dragons segment. Let's see. Do I have a question for us this week? Because I know that Aaron doesn't really like the the six brown chicks. DeMarcus, do you
What's the 6 round chicks?
you know the questions that I'll be asking?
I think I do got one.
I don't mind the questions. I enjoy them.
I mean, but you never seem enthused about them.
I overthink things.
Clearly.
He's an overthinker.
Okay, let's hear this question from DeMarcus.
Let me pull one up. So this is going to be from what's this lady's name on Monday Confessions. Not so much a question, more just like a situation. Sometimes it's like they're asking like, "Oh, what should I do?" Sometimes it's just like, "Hey, this is my situation," and we're just gonna get our reactions, advice. Okay, I might do two. So here's the first one.
Okay.
I'm a 40-year-old male dating a 40-year-old female. It just hit that I'm old as fuck when I went to get some coochie and she had gray hairs on her coochie. I'm completely turned off. I keep having flashbacks of seeing Lil Salt and Pepper. I don't I don't have any silver lining yet, and I hope I never do. How should I tell her we should just remain friends?
Grow up.
Can you repeat the question?
Like, okay, the whole thing?
No, I mean, sure. Yeah. It was only like 30, it was like 20 seconds.
Okay. So
just read.
I, a 41-year-old male, am dating a 40-year-old female. It just hit me that I'm old as fuck.
Clearly.
I went to go get some coochie from her, and she had gray hairs on her coochie. I'm completely turned off and keep having flashbacks of seeing Lil Salt and Pepper everywhere. I don't have any silver lining yet, meaning I don't have any gray hairs or anything, and I hope I never do. How should I tell her we should just remain friends?
Yeah, I'm definitely saying grow up, but also you could just ask her to cut it. Like just gonna get a damn sugaring or a wax or something of that nature
She
to
can
get
even
rid of.
diet.
Yeah.
She could diet, but that's actually very bad for our vaginas.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because it's a chemical.
Like,
Yeah.
why would you even come on the internet and ask that question?
Hey, I mean, people like what they like. They have their preferences. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. how we know however we perceive them. But yeah, I think that's something you should just be like, hey, look, we got physical the other night, and I don't think we are a physical match.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think
Because
we're a
of some
match.
gray hairs.
I don't think we were matching.
You're
Hey,
older than
whatever.
she
I
is.
wouldn't, because I don't mess with girls with gray hairs. I don't
What?
care nothing about it. I don't, yo, I've known some young women
Are
like
you serious?
I don't know young women in the 20s with some gray hairs on their coochie.
Yes. Well, I don't know about her coochie, but I know somebody who their hair started graying when they was 18, so they
Yeah.
can't get no
If it's
dick
gray on
because
their head, is if the
Okay.
drapes are gray, the carpet's gray too. I promise you.
So, Aaron,
That's interesting. I also have seen it in that area before. It's
It
not
don't
like
bother me.
it's not a full gray bush. I mean, but yeah, it's a couple of strands
Like a
popping
full gray hairs,
okay.
like Mr. Fantastic, and he got the little gray on the side.
Oh God.
not even that rich. It's like one or two, and it's like
Oh nah,
And,
nah.
and were you
I done
it's
seen the
completely
whole
bothering me.
package.
Then like I don't know. I don't see an issue with it.
Me either. But I also date older women, and I done seen like the whole like salt and pepper. It's like you know.
Uh,
Mhm.
I've only
Mhm.
seen it on the younger perspective.
so
However, in my opinion,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, if you're really feeling this person, then talk to her about it. See if they're
He
going to
say he
shave
not
it.
feeling it. He say after that he done. He just want to know how to end it.
just end it. It's
Yeah,
not.
we're not. Yeah, fucking
He's
cut.
41 years old. He doesn't know how to end it with his girlfriend.
Hey, this isn't working out.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Aaron, my question then is what about these guys who are like 67 or 58, like Shannon Sharp, and then is dating like these 20-year-old women?
Absolutely not. That is a child.
Good, Aaron, not fair.
Listen, have I ever needed an opportunity to talk? No. That's nasty.
That is nasty. That's
Um,
weird. Yeah, go ahead,
I
Aaron.
mean, it's an adult. I'm not gonna say it's nasty, but I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. That's not my. That's not a path that I would go down. But I'm also not 60 yet, so
That's
see
like
what happens in like 27 years.
that's like
Well, you're married, so you're not allowed to date anybody other than your wife. Be clear.
but like that's like two different generations and like three.
Absolutely, my thing to me personally is like, it's intimacy to me is like a deeper connection than just sexual or physical.
mhm.
It's a mental aspect to it. Like, what do you have in common with this person? Like, what else do you
Mhm.
guys talk about, or what do you do outside of the bedroom?
Yeah,
So
it
Mhm.
should be
At that kind of
stimulating you
age
mentally.
gap, like, what could you really have in common with that person?
so some of the things that they were doing outside the bedroom was like a lot of race play. Put your black baby inside of me. These are the texts, you know. Um, but Shannon only likes to mess with white women that are younger than him. So he likes that, I guess.
I
But yeah.
Yeah, when you go that route, when it's a situation where it's like, oh, I only date white women as a black man, it's like, yo, you get what you get.
Yeah.
You get what you get. I ain't saying as black people we can't date outside the race. I find love where you find it, but when you be problematic about it, like, oh, I'm not gonna date this, I don't date, XYZ, or if you black, especially if you black, you be like, I don't date black. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. I knew he was weird when he retweeted Brent strolling down and was like, "Ooh, that's a fine lady." So,
I
don't say
knew I
that.
knew he was weird when he was an NFL player.
At Savannah State.
Like, no, just like being an NFL player, being in the NFL or in general, it's gonna put you around all them white women throwing themselves at you.
Oh
And
yeah.
only the strong survive that. 99% of them dudes gonna bite.
True. All right. Did you want to do one more? Or do you want to just end it here?
Y'all got time for one more?
Mhm.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. 36 female. My
Okay.
kid's real dad is getting released from jail next month at the end of April. The thing my husband The thing is, my husband is only the dad to one of the five kids we have together. He thinks all the kids are his. I've been with this man for 12 years, and he takes care of us and is a great dad. My ex says he wants to know his kids. Help.
Mm.
So he thinks he's the biological dad to all those kids,
He thinks he's the biological dad to all 5 children.
and he's
He is
And
only
is
the
she just not
biological
gonna tell
dad
him?
to one.
How old are these kids, or how long is the relationship?
They've been together for 12 years. We don't know how old the kids are.
Oh, that's weird. You've been
yeah.
together for 12 kids, and you have 12 years with 5 kids, and you think that all of them are yours except for one. I mean, only one of them is his,
Yeah,
and
so
you
she could have
believe
been
that all.
cheating most of that time until
Yeah.
the real baby daddy went to jail. She could have been like with this dude and messing with the baby dad.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
kind of
fucking hard.
crazy.
Yeah.
On a personal aspect, I would rather not know.
Yeah. You say just
Yeah,
don't tell you, but when this other dude
I
that
know.
just got out of jail start coming around like, hey, I just want to get to know, her kids because we was real close back in the day.
If it comes to that
Real
point,
close back in the day is crazy.
it comes to that point, and if I'd never had like any kind of suspicion or a doubt, um, fine. This is what happened. We got to test everybody. We got to figure out and get to the
Mm.
root of this situation.
We get into the root.
to the Ruda.
Um,
Yo.
you are at that point, the female is like gone. You're nothing to me. You're
Yeah.
like Rietta.
You in line with
But, but the
Yeah.
kids, I've been involved in
Not,
the
I'm
situation.
catching strays. We are over that.
They've
We
been
are in a
involved
whole
in my
nother
life for a
content
significant period of
show.
time. I can't cut that out or like not be a father to children who I've helped raise.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, bro. Yeah, damn. It's gonna be ooh, that's rough. That's a,
Yeah, that's
that's a
a
rough situation.
situation.
She just gotta come clean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's the
either
best thing to do.
either A, she gotta like break contact with the baby daddy, with the real dad, and be like, you ain't never meeting these fucking kids, don't ever call this fucking phone again, and hope
Right.
this lie never comes to light. Um, or you just gotta come all the way clean right now.
I mean, she got to come clean because what if the baby dad gets like a court order?
Fuck around and find out that all
I
five don't
mean,
belong to any of them.
depending on what state they in, it
Ah,
ain't gonna depending on what state they in, it ain't gonna matter because she married to the other dude. So he the daddy to them children.
So she can't even get it. I mean, he can't even get a court order to find out
Mm-mm.
if those kids are his.
I know in Georgia, like if you marry and your wife has a baby by somebody else, that's your baby because you her husband.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Me
yeah.
neither. That's a
Just
dumb
a
I mean,
couple
it's
of
the
states
South.
like that, and you would get stuck with. So even if you divorce or left them, you'd be
Yeah,
stuck paying child support.
still your baby. That's your that's your wife. Why you letting her fuck other men? That's what the court say.
All right, guys.
All right.
That's a sour note. We got another one. Let's do a little lighter one.
What? A
It's
sour note.
125 in Georgia, and I've been up since
Right.
I
7.
know.
Oh God. All right. So you guys, you can find us on Spell Black Geek Energy, Instagram Black Geek Energy, Facebook Black Geek Energy, Blue Sky Black Geek Energy, TikTok Black Geek Energy, YouTube Black Geek Energy, Twitch Black Geek Energy, Threads Black Geek Energy, Twitter BG_pod. And Aaron, I know you know, we have a Patreon and it is $3 a month. Now, Aaron, you paid the premium price of
I
$4.50.
am special. Yes, I
Yes.
said
Ooh,
I want.
premium member.
I committed.
Yeah, because you
I mean,
you
he get the dick pics, right?
no.
Oh my God.
Because you paid through Apple Podcasts, right?
I did.
Okay, so that's why.
Mm.
If you pay on the website, it says $3. But if you have the money, I mean, sure, I don't care how you pay.
If you got the money, we got the honey.
You got the money, we got the money. And Aaron, tell us about on this podcast this episode because you said that everybody was coming for DeMarcus and DeMarcus was being attacked. What are you talking about?
I don't. I do recall that episode. I don't remember it being everybody as much as it was you.
That's what the Marcus is a homophobe episode.
Yes, that is it. That is it.
The only reason I know that is because somebody else subscribed to the Patreon and sent me that episode and was like, what the fuck is going on here?
I was like, all right. I mean, it was a great title, so good job, Jared. You know, it was very catchy. I was like, let me see what the hell is happening here.
Wow.
And yeah, it was definitely
and then
attack.
yeah. And I felt like personally it was less of is DeMarcus a homophobe and more of is DeMarcus gay? The question.
Yeah, it was.
That's
Did
what
you
it felt
really
like.
But it was announced the whole time that now, DeMarcus, I know you're not gay, but you be doing some such stuff. He was like, oh, okay, really? Like what? Like, go ahead. Well, it's good times. It's a great listen.
Yeah, I mean,
It was worth
DeMarcus
the
not.
$5.
We all know DeMarcus isn't gay, but
No, yeah, and that's how it. Thanks, Jared. That's exactly how it goes.
if we didn't know DeMarcus wasn't gay, because we went around him for so long, then on first sight, we'll be like, oh, that's a queer guy. He's
No.
definitely on, he definitely got those front row tickets to the Reading concert.
I wouldn't say that. I never got that when I first met DeMarcus.
Yeah, I don't think I give that out as much at this age. I think I give out more just like comfortable with who I am. But
Yeah, but I can't say that you gave it when we were younger either.
No, okay. Because I definitely got
I don't think so.
I definitely got gay a lot more when like high school, early college. People would see me, they were like, oh, he definitely gay.
I didn't think you
Oh,
were
no.
gay
I didn't think that.
when you first got to college, but after your freshman year, I was looking at you kind of.
After my freshman year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What did I do?
No, you just always had a very high sense of confidence. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It never gave me queer though. Because I also hang around a lot of queer people. And so when I look at you and I look at them, I'm like, yeah, you don't give me queer.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know DeMarcus, you know that he is never even allowed inside those areas. But then
well, if you listen to that episode, you would learn that.
You would learn that DeMarcus be in all the gay spaces.
Exactly. Exactly. So then you're like, DeMarcus, stop going here. You're not invited. So stop calling us.
Going to the gay club, they buying me drinks.
Yeah. So.
They buying you drinks is crazy. Tell the people you don't like me.
Drinking for free.
Get out of here.
I'm not against that. Lauren knows the rules. If Lauren goes to if we go out and she's at the bar and somebody buys her drinks, she knows to bring one back over to the table for me.
Get two.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't get one for my friend.
Yo.
You gotta, hey.
Shiesty, boy. Shiesty.
I turn it down free drinks.
All right. So the Patreon is good. That's what you're saying.
Oh, it's a good time. It's definitely worth the money.
Yeah, see, told you. All right. So that is that. And any final words to Marcus?
Yeah, man. Today was a great D&D game, y'all. A little disappointed we didn't level up. Was looking forward to that. But yeah, it was really good. It was I think everybody's like learning their characters, like things are starting to click, and you can really tell by the way we're playing.
Yeah.
I think I'm even starting to see y'all like role play a little bit more and like get into character and like interact with the environment. So that's really nice to see as well. Just start preparing yourself to DM a game. And we'll have both of y'all DM one time, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. And we might even do another battle royale when things get kind of crazy. So we can make sure that Fair gets her battle again.
Let's just put us like in an arena and just announce that like this is a battle royale.
It'll be announced the same
so I don't
way.
overthink it and I can just start killing people.
It'll be announced the same way. All right, everybody. This is Black Geek Energy, and we'll see you next time. Black
out.
What?
Oh, I thought you said we'll see you next time.
On Black Geek Energy.
BGE out. I thought that was my cue. My bad.
It's like we haven't been doing this for 4 years.
It's like we do it different every time.
I know.
Exactly what happens.
It's like we do it different every time. Well, I'm Jared, and that's DeMarcus. What does the D stand for?
D stands for damn.
All right. Well, bye, y'all.